Let's set the record straight. You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the man before your eyes.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another custom diecast review. Now we just did a diecast review on, well, this diecast, but it wasn't like edited or anything. It wasn't race worn or torn up a little bit. So this is the Richmond diecast from Dale Jr. back in 2021 for his one-off Xfinity race. You know how he does that like every year. I think I just reviewed this like a couple days ago. I don't really remember how long. All I know is that this was a very simple custom. I don't know why it was so easy. I got it done within probably 30 to 40 minutes to an hour. Just kind of, you know, taking out like the drying of the paint and stuff like that. So just like the actual hands-on work that took like no time to dry at all wasn't very much. Again, like 20 to 40 minutes, somewhere around that area. I wasn't really counting my time, so I don't really know for sure. But we definitely got some race detail. Not a whole lot, and you will notice my hands are kind of dirtied up. I was working on my car earlier today, so pay no attention to that. I've washed my hands several times. It's not coming off, so I don't really know what to do. I guess just let it wear off itself. I got good old mechanic hands today. So yeah, anyway, on to the diecast. Again, it's just the Richmond paint scheme. Nothing crazy. There's just a few things kind of done to it. Again, I've done a 124, or not 124, I'm sorry. I did a 164 for the Gold Series for my collection quite a while back, and I'm going to do a Authentics line. Yeah, I'm going to do an Authentics 164 just for a kind of resale purpose. So I got the United for America right there. Unilever, again, I'm probably butchering that. Got a little bit of a detail right here. Actually, we're going to talk about that detail for a minute. So in the Xfinity diecast, there is normally like just two boxes, either vertical or horizontal. So either long ways or upwards. Long ways or upwards. So yeah, that's vertical, horizontal. So there's like two boxes. Again, either up and down or left to right. This has the dashboard of a cup car, which is very strange because, again, I've never seen that in an Xfinity car, and I didn't even notice it until I actually went to paint it. So on the 164s at least, which they should match the interior of the 124 because it's the same build, different scale, this is the cup like dashboard. It's got that little thing I painted silver, the thing I painted blue, and the thing I painted red. Now on the 124s and the 164s of the Cup Series cars, the blue is normally painted red with that other red thing sitting right there, and the silver is always painted silver. So with the Xfinity cars, again, normally it's the two little rectangles. I'll paint one red and one blue. No, not really for any reason, but that's just kind of want to paint them. So it kind of caught me off guard that it was like the kind of the cup layout for the Xfinity dashboard. Again, it kind of just caught me off guard. Now, I don't know if that's a mistake. I don't know if it's updated. I don't really know what's going on there. I guess we can take a look at the 2022 one whenever it comes out for Junior for the Martinsville paint scheme. I don't know. It's just, again, it's kind of a cup like layout. It's kind of weird. So onto the roof. I've got the Unilever. Again, probably butchering that. Got the number 8 right there as well. No roof flaps opening because it is a just an Xfinity car. Again, same for the deck lid. You don't even have the option for it to open, which is unfortunate. Got Dale Jr. on the rear banner here. You can see they got the interior where the DIN number would be, almost a door number. Where the DIN number would be, I did black that out because it's a custom, so it does not matter anymore. I've only seen one other person do this car in 124 scale, and that was Race Car Graveyard, so kind of props to him for that. Never forget 9/11, of course. You know, that's always something we shouldn't really forget and build off of as a country. Even though we're going downhill, but, you know, it's a topic for another time. I got United for America right there. I got the little, I think it's supposed to represent the towers. I could be wrong, but I think it's supposed to. Or maybe, like, the lights that would shine onto the towers, because I believe, like, at the very base of the building, for both of them, there was, like, these really, either, like, really big lights or kind of, like, a lot of little lights that would, like, shine up towards, like, the mid to top way of the towers. I don't remember if I'm correct on that, but I know some buildings have that, and I think the Twin Towers was one of them. I'm probably wrong on that, but you know, you never know. So I got right here down the side. I do believe, because I will own up to this mistake, I do believe I have it a little too low. I think that wall scrape's supposed to be more like around here and more up here. So up here is fine. So if you take this level of like height in this right here and move all these up like this spot here, I believe that's more accurate, so that is kind of my fault. Well, not kind of, it is. I'm the one that put it on there, but yeah, you got the wall scrape there, got a little bit of rubber wear around the wheel well back here, never forget Unilever. You got some more of the race wear there. Got the outside of the American flag, almost said Mexican flag for whatever reason. Got the winter sticker, of course, from Josh Berry being at Martinsville, and I believe they just came out with that Diecast too. I'm working on a 164, but I don't know if I'll ever get it finished because the decals are just not really good right now. They're kind of coming off, and I don't know, it's hard to explain. If you were a custom diecast maker, you might understand what I'm talking about. We got the window, I almost said windshield. Window right here is removed. That was not because I did that. That was because it was a one-off paint scheme at Richmond, kind of a short track, so they did remove the window. That's something Lionel kind of does. That's pretty cool. I got safety clean. Don't know what that one is. Miller and SEM right there on the B post. I got Dove Men Care. Hellman's right there. Of course, I forgot the little, whatchamacallit down here, the exhaust plate. I keep forgetting that on a few of these diecasts. It's weird. I never forget it on a 120 or 164, but I'll sometimes forget it on a 124. I got some race wear tires here. Got a little bit of that tire tape down there. Not the best, but I might touch up on that a little later. I got the Xfinity Series, or the Xfinity, yeah, NASCAR Xfinity Series, NASCAR Cup Series. Or not Cup Series, God. NASCAR Race Car, NASCAR Xfinity Series, there we go. Mobile 1 ARP, got some more of that race wear around the tire and got some more of that tape. So on this side, both of the tire tape is red, and on this side, both of the tire tape is blue. So I don't know if that's accurate. I did get that from Race Car Graveyard. I kind of went a little bit off of his reference pictures because he had a pretty cool diecast too. I had a few people kind of help me out with getting the reference pictures when I went to make the 164 a while back. I don't really remember who that was, but I think I gave credit in the 164 review. Again, got some more race wear around the wheel well. Around the tire too, got some rubber wear. Again, not a whole lot of stuff there. Tire tape, got the window net that is down. Now, here is a thing that you might be wondering about. If you know anything about the Xfinity diecast, they have a plastic window net. It is not mesh like the Cup Series ones. So on the Cup Series diecast, all I have to do is detach it from this little top bar back here underneath this little piece of metal for the kind of the roll cage. So I have to take that off and then fold it down and glue it down. I mean, that's simple, right? And you might be thinking, well, that kind of looks very similar to the Cup like mesh window net. That's because it is. It's a Cup window net. I just kind of cut it a little short to kind of match the fit of the door. Well, not the door, but the window. And just installed it. I kind of said this before. I have a scrap 2008 Dale Jr. amp car that I was going to make into, I think it was the Michigan Wind, because I couldn't really afford it at the time. I still can't, but how that became a donor was I dropped it, and I broke the big wing off of it, and then I couldn't fix it. It was like unrepairable, so I just kind of used it as a donor car, and I got the window net from that car and slapped it on here. That's why it's a good thing, especially if you're a diecast maker, to always keep spare parts, because I didn't think I'd ever use it, but I'm, well, you never know, so I kind of held on to it, and boom, I found a use for it. So that's a pretty neat little story. Got some more race wear around this wheel here. Of course, got that little blue tape once again. A little bit around the fender well, or the wheel well around the fender, and then got some fuel leakage down the back here by the American ethanol ring. Not a whole lot. So we are going to flip this car over and take a look at the undercarriage. Pretty similar stuff to, actually I think that it's pretty much the exact same to the Cup cars that I do for the detail and stuff. Painted the silver, painted the axles and all that jazz, the brace and stuff black, gas can or fuel tank I guess is red. And you may be wondering what happened here. This is, if you don't know, it's a little part. It covers these holes. You can see these little like small holes there. There's these little like pegs that kind of goes into those holes. There's a piece of it here, but it's like a flat little, not a bumper brace, but it's kind of like a protector for the front end. Normally those come out with these, just a little bit of glue holds them down. You can kind of pop them out, no big deal. This guy was super like just glued on there, so I had to break it off, which is unfortunate. And the reason I had to break it off so I could access these little screws here to take the body off. If I did not do that, I would not be able to access the window net feature and the dashboard detail if I, couldn't take those out. So I pretty much had to break my way into the car. Again, it does suck. I do like keeping every piece I can. And yeah, that just didn't really happen with this diecast. So moving on to the underneath the hood. I did not do any type of detail to this one. It's just an Xfinity car, so I'm not really too intrigued with like doing a few things. As far as detail, now before I actually pop the hood, One thing I am going to do for my next Xfinity diecast, if they still have this like kind of mold out for the plug wires, I will absolutely detail those like blue, green, just all kinds of different wire colors for different things, so I could add a little bit more detail. But other than that, I can't really find much more detail to add to the bottoms. So underneath the hood, another thing I could have done, but you wouldn't really be able to see, but it would have been a cool feature, is if I kind of painted some of the raceware. I got to tilt it sideways so you can see it. Some of the raceware underneath, if it was like a white hood or something, but it's black, so you wouldn't really be able to see it anyway. And there's your engine detail. Not a whole lot at all. Pretty spacey. It's hard to see too, so I do apologize for that. But it's just your basic Xfinity engine detail again. I didn't do anything to it. I did not add anything. I did not take away anything. But yeah, so with that being said, I do believe that'll be all for this diecast review. Actually, just kidding. This will be available for the Bottom Bag Diecast eBay page if you want to go check that out. Link in the description. Don't know when it will be released. I might put it out tonight. I might put it out tomorrow. But it will today as you're seeing it. But either way, it will be on a bid. 7-day bid starting at, I don't know, whatever. These cars go for what, like 50, 40 something? I don't know. I'll try to make at least a $20 profit if I can. So I might start it at 60 and see where it goes. But I wish I could keep this one just simply because I love this paint scheme. But again, I'm going to be seeing the one at Martinsville, so I can kind of replace that and have a better junior car. Not for the paint scheme. Paint scheme is definitely better than the Martinsville one, but at the same time, it's one I've seen in person, so it will definitely take the place of this diecast right here. So now I'm done with the diecast review, well, custom diecast review. So thank you all once again so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.